I'm Beth from Ampy's Attic.
Hi, I'm Helen from Autumn Sage Creations.
Helen is the designer of a decoupage line called Autumn Sage Creations, and we sell her 20 by 30 tissue paper decoupage sheets. She also does downloads on our website that you can purchase and print yourself, or you can purchase some that she prints for us. And she is also offering some freebies now. And we created these using chargers from the Dollar Tree and some of her downloads. I used the one that is just words.
Yep. And then this one is just a festive truck with some pumpkins with the typography right on there for you. Just some simple designs to start everybody off with.
So we have made a video that we're going to share with you, and we will give instruction through it, but we just wanted to get our first one out there, and we hope you enjoy it.
Yep. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
I'm starting off with the charger plate. I'm going to cut the decoupage paper out, and then I'm putting a bonder primer on it here, and Beth is starting off making her pumpkin molds.
First, you cornstarch the mold so that the clay won't stick. We're using IOD air dry clay.
We're using Couture's primer bonder here because the charger plate that we got is plastic and we don't want it all to peel up later.
And
now I am making leaves because I'm only going to put some leaves on mine at the very bottom.
So I used the brayer on that so that it pushes the clay down in and gets it more, no air pockets basically in it, and it pushes it down a little bit harder into the mold.
Yeah, and on the leaves I just used a scraper because it was such a small surface.
The scraper goes across the that micro rim edge that IOD puts on there and helps it, basically gives it what?
A really clean, smooth backing.
Yeah, the edges are clean because of that, right?
Yep. So right now I have the bonding primers dry and I have the decoupage paper cut out. On the download there's going to be a round cut guide, and for the most part every charger that we have seen at the dollar stores, the inside circle is an 8-inch circle, so it should fit on this type of project for anybody. And now I'm going to decoupage. I'm just going to freely put it on the charger plate in a light coat.
So you'll see when I'm doing mine, that the top one with the words, I'm having to make a circle. Since we did this, she changed the download and it's going to have the circle cut line marked on it, just like with the truck. Okay, so now I'm putting on my bonding primer. Mine actually went on in 2 thinner coats because I just actually did it thinner and the gray was still shining through, so I needed a second. So the white primer is a good backing for the decoupage image to be a nice clearer image.
And I started off putting half of the decoupage medium down, laid it down.
Yours cover more than this? They didn't
Did,
Yeah,
but like now
lifted it up
I'm
to
like,
the
okay, I'm
bottom.
gonna have to probably put some, maybe like
some of this brown.
And with my sped up
so
video, I've already
age it in.
caught up, and I've done my decoupage layer and then got my paper down too. I'm putting here just a base coat of paint, just because I like to do that soon so that the clay doesn't start cracking.
I used a little bit of saran wrap to make sure there was no bubbles. The hemp paper that I use for this decoupage sheet does a pretty good job of not wrinkling, and it's pretty sturdy and forgiving. And now
You weren't liking your edge.
Yeah, I wasn't liking my edge, so I was thinking about how to blend it in as far as like a depth, like a glaze, or if I was going to put some twine there.
And for my edge, I ended up using that Venetian bronze Luxe Metallic from Paint Couture, because I thought that dark part that was shining through, I wanted it to look like a metal plate, basically.
And I'm putting the top coat of Paint Couture's decoupage medium on to seal up that decoupage paper so that it is sealed.
Good.
You can, it's pretty tough paper. You can go over it with saran wrap. And I think I got some twine on it that I was getting off there. And I'm just giving it a dry with the blow dryer to speed up the process.
I'm missing a lot of that with mine because we had to speed up my video more,
Yeah.
just because my steps took a little longer. I was molding that pumpkin.
Yeah, you had a lot more molding to do. I only had to do 2 leaves. Leaves with Paint Couture's Luxe Metallic Meadow. And I did that on both of the leaves.
And then I used the Venetian bronze that I had used on that edge. I used that for my stem. And then you'll see I put it on and then I just misted it with water and wiped it back. And then I'm almost using it like a glaze across into the grooves of the pumpkin to get that 3D effect for them. And painting the tendrils. That's what they're called, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
You can see I was pushing a little bit because a little bit of it came back off, but just made a highlight. Right?
Yeah.
They're not mistakes. They're happy accidents.
That's right. Makes it look more real.
Here I'm using rose gold over top just to cut that orange back a little bit.
So now I wanted some lowlights and some highlights on these leaves to make them look, real. And so I kept with the metallic paint from Couture, and for the dark I used Amazon. And then I lightly dry brushed over the top of it after the Amazon was dry with lily pad to give it a little bit of like the sun was shining on it. Okay, so after it was on, I could still see some white parts that I missed on the sides of the leaves, and so I'm just going back in and touching up where any of the white clay is still showing.
Yeah, there I'm using scissors as tweezers because that tiny little piece of the stem broke.
God, laugh. All right.
Oh, I'm gonna get crying. Okay. I shouldn't say bye-bye. That's okay. I can cut it off.